Hey, glad you could join me in today's practice. This will be an easy beginner flow, and we're gonna do a lot of forward bending. Just seeing what it feels like to go more into ourselves. So if you want to start seated in any position that's comfortable for you, we'll begin on the mat. So with your eyes closed, we're just going to bring awareness to the breath, just filling our bodies up. Letting it all out. Finding a sense of stillness here. And when you exhale, just let all those nerves just vanish. All those jitters, any anxiety that you may have, any fears of the future, any worries that have plagued you this day at all. Or potentially over the night if you're just waking up, or the day before. Just letting all that go and just allowing yourself to be present and acknowledge that this is the place that you are. And this is enough. On your journey, this is where you need to be. There's nowhere else that you need to be but here. So then bring awareness back to that breath. With an inhale, we're going to reach our arms up to the sky. Exhale, they come down to the mat. Inhale, we reach them back up to the sky. Exhale, they come back down to the mat. Inhale, they come back up to the sky. Now we're going to slow down this movement, back down to the mat with an exhale. We're going to allow our movement to slow down the breath. Inhale, we reach up to the sky. Exhale, lower the hands down towards the mat. Inhale, we reach the hands up towards the sky. Let's hold at the top. Reach higher. Exhale, we lower the hands down towards the mat. Hold at the bottom. Find a moment of stillness. Inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky. With the breath held in, we're going to reach up high towards the sky. Then exhale, palms come down to the heart center, and we let the breath just naturally flow. Allowing it to steadily fill you back up. Amazing. Let's reach the arms out as a T. And we're going to bring the left hand to the right knee. We're going to twist open to the right side, reaching tall through the crown of the head. We're going to rotate out of that, dropping the right hand towards the left knee. Left hand reaches out towards the left side. Hands come back up towards the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, palms come down towards heart center. Amazing. So we're facing the front of the mat. We're seated down. Now let's fold forward our first forward fold. You could be in child's pose, hero's pose. Maybe if you're more advanced, go into lotus pose. And you're just folding over yourself. Now let's walk the hands back. We're coming out of that forward fold. Reach up to the sky. Then we drop the hands back down, we crawl forward, we fold forward over ourselves, down. Chest comes lower towards the mat. Walking the hands back, we come back up over the heels, over the knees. Reach the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, they come down. We walk them forward. We're folding back towards the mat. We're reaching long. We walk the hands back towards ourselves, reaching up towards the sky. Amazing. Let's drop the hands down. Find a good tabletop. So we're finding strength across the palm. Knees are under the hips. Palms are under the shoulders. Let's drop the belly button. Reach the hips up. Curl through the spine. Reach the chest up towards the sky. Breathing deep. We're going to exhale. Tilt the hips down. Curl through the spine. Press into the palm of the hand. We find ourselves in a cat. Reach the hips up, drop the belly button, curl through the spine, broaden the shoulders, lift the chin last. Cow pose. Now let's find a neutral spine in that tabletop. Right leg's gonna go back. We're gonna drop that heel. Steady in the left hand, we reach the right hand up. We find ourselves in an assisted side plank. Now let's look up towards that right hand. If you still have balance, let's reach that right hand up and over, finding a nice long line through the leg and out through that hand. Find the steadiness, find your balance. Right hand drops down, we drop that right knee as well. Left leg shoots back. Left heel drops down. We find strength in that right palm. We reach the left hand up towards the sky. We're in assisted side plank on the right side. If you have the balance, look up towards that left hand and then rotate the palm towards the mat, reaching up over the head. Good long line through the hand and out through that left foot. You can gaze past that elbow if you have balance. If you're losing your balance, you can always bring your gaze towards the mat. They call it another point of contact, which is your gaze. Helps bring awareness with yourself and the earth. Awesome. We're going to drop that left hand down, find ourselves in a tabletop. Knees are under the hips, hands are under the shoulders. Breathe here for a breath. Find a good strong plant of the hands. Fingertips and the palms are strong. Right leg goes back. We lift that right knee off the mat. Left leg goes back to meet it. We find ourselves in a plank. Hips come up towards the sky. We're coming into our downward facing dog. You walk this one out. Find yourself steady and strong. Opening up the lower body, opening up the hands, maybe opening up the back of the body, the shoulder blades. Amazing. Now let's walk the hands back towards our feet. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Now we're going to come up into a flat back, slightly press into the shins, flattening the back. You don't want to hyperextend your legs here. You want to keep your legs nice and strong, nice and long. We're stretching through the hamstrings. Our feet are fully planted on the mat. Now let's bend the knees, press into those heels, reach up towards the sky. We're either sitting in a chair pose or extend through the legs all the way up into a nice long mountain pose, reaching up high and tall. Now if you're in the chair, come up to the top with us, and then let's exhale, fold down all the way over our legs. A deep forward fold. Check in with those hamstrings. How tight are they? Maybe walk out your legs right now, bringing one knee forward And then switching to the other knee, allowing yourself to open up the back of those legs. Amazing. Just releasing that tension. Allowing that energy to flow. Awesome. Now let's gently walk our hands back out to the front of the mat. We plant those palms nice and strong. The hips are coming straight up to the sky. Bring your heels closer down to the mat if you want a deeper hamstring stretch, or potentially just reach the hips up higher. Pressing through those palms and those fingertips, stretching through the upper body. This is our downward facing dog. Now let's ripple forward. Chest comes up over those wrists. Find ourselves in a plank. Inhale here for a breath. Then we're exhaling, lowering slowly. The elbows are tucked towards the chest. Awesome. Let's land onto our belly. Plant our hands on the opposite sides of ourselves and reach up, pressing into the tops of our feet. We're in a cobra pose. Amazing. You're breathing deep in here. And exhale it, releasing that all the way down. Let's find our hands planted right next to the chest. Curl those toes, press into the hands, press into those knees. We're dropping back into a child's pose. You could untuck the toes or tuck the toes here. Awesome. Rippling forward, we're back into that tabletop pose. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Let's reach the feet back, lift the knees off the mat, hips come up towards the sky. We're strong in our downward facing dog. Amazing. Alright, so the right foot's going to reach up towards the sky as high as we can bring it. And then we're going to shoot it through, plant it in between the hands. Bring ourselves straight on up, pressing through those feet. Awesome. We're strong. We're balanced. We're in a crescent pose. Bring the hands towards the hips. This time we're going to bring the left foot a little bit closer. Heels lined up with the right foot. The left toes are out at a 45-degree angle. We're straight through that right leg. And now we're going to straighten up through that right hand straight towards the sky. Long line through the hips towards the crown and out through the fingertips. Now let's reach that right hand forward, not bending nor hyperextending through that light right leg. We're going to straighten our back right over that right leg, creating a triangle with our feet. And then let's drop, fold forward deeply over that right leg. Amazing. Pressing into those toes on that right foot. A good balance of strength through that plant. You're not hyperextending that right leg. You're stretching through the hamstring, reaching the hips up and back, similar to the downward facing dog. Amazing. Now let's bring the left leg forward. It's going to meet that right foot. We find ourselves in a flat back, maybe pressing into the shins. Now let's fold deeply over those legs. Awesome. Bend those knees generously. And then we're going to reach up, pressing into the feet, reaching high to the sky. Breathe deep. Exhale, palms come towards the heart center. Inhale, palms come straight up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward over those legs. Planting those hands. If you need to bend the knees, do so as generously as needed. And then we step back. We find ourselves in a plank pose for a moment. Find our strength. Awesome. Hips come back up towards the sky. We're in downward facing dog. Find a plant in the hands, strength through the feet. Reach those hips high. Stretch through the body. Check in with the breath. So we're going to repeat that standing pose on the left side. Just remember to check in with the balance while you go into it. Awesome. Left leg goes straight up and back. We bring it as high as we can. And we bring it through. It plants in between the hands. We're coming straight up and strong through the feet. Reaching through the hands straight up through the crown. Long through the torso. You could always drop a knee if you need to do so. If that helps you find some balance. Alright, so bringing the hands towards the hips. We're going to scoot that right leg forward, slightly drop the heel, straighten that left leg, center our torso towards that left foot, gazing towards the front of the mat. Right toes are at a 45-degree angle. And then we begin to fold forward over that left leg, finding a flat back. Not hyperextending, not pushing into that left knee, but gently just using that leg to pull yourself maybe a little bit more forward, to straighten long through that spine before we exhale it all out and gently fold over that left leg. Our feet are strong and planted. We're not falling to one side of the foot, but they're fully on the mat. Left hip reaches up higher towards the sky, stretching long through that left leg. Maybe fold a little bit deeper. Finding some stillness here, a gentle ease. Amazing. Right foot's going to come up. It's going to meet the left foot at the top of the mat. Let's reach forward into that straight flat back, maybe gently pressing into the shins. Then exhale it all out. We're going to fold forward over our legs. Deep hamstring stretch. We're folding from the hips, not the lower back. Press into those feet, bend those knees generously. We're reaching up towards the sky, high and tall. Breathe deep. Exhale, palms come down towards the chest. Amazing. Alright, we're going to finish off the practice. Do a couple more poses. So let's bend the knees. Lower our hips down. Touch the mat maybe briefly with your fingertips, or just attempt to do so. Reach up to the sky. Find ourselves in a low chair. Balancing through those feet. We're strong, we're balanced. The whole foot is planted. Then we're going to exhale, lower the hips all the way down towards the mat. We find a seat. Plant those feet. Fingertips are facing the front of the mat. Broaden the shoulders, lift the chest wide. This is our time to reverse the folds forward into an opening of the upper body. Amazing. Now let's scoot the hips back. Feet are straight out in front of us. You can bend the knees as you'd like and reach the hands straight up to the sky. Find ourselves in a staff pose. Then we're going to exhale, fold forward over those legs. Be where you are. Find where that is, where the stretch is more than enough. Recognizing what it feels like, and then maybe folding forward a little bit more deeply. pushing the hips further back rather than folding from the lower back. That way you'll get a deeper hamstring stretch rather than just attempting to fold forward so it feels better to yourself rather than to your actual body. Awesome. Ready to come out of that. Gently scoot the hips forward. Let's broaden the shoulders one more time. Reach the chest long and tall. Straighten out that spine. Release that forward fold from the spine if there's any tension. Maybe twisting slightly to the right side. Twisting to the left side. Just releasing any spinal tension that's there. Amazing. Inhale deeply and then let's exhale that all out. Good job. Alright, now it's lower back slowly. We're going to lower all the way down. Finding ourselves planted on the mat with our whole body. Legs go out long. Final Shavasana pose. Inhale deep one more time here. As the palms face the sky. And then we're going to exhale that all out. Finding our sense of ease and stillness. Inhale in one more time big. Then release anything else that you might have just left over that's holding you back from finding that peace right now. Let it go. Find that stillness. This is where you are. This is where you need to be. Amazing. Now let's bring our knees towards the sky, heels come towards the buttocks, and let's roll over to one side or the other. Push ourselves up into a seated pose. Take however seat you'd like, whatever works for yourself, your body. Now here's a good moment just to find a sense of gratitude. That what you've accomplished is more than enough. Not limiting yourself in contentment, but finding a peace in that contentment that's been given to you. Once again, I thank you for joining me today. Until next time.